Hi, this is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Thursday, March 7th, 2019. The address we're inspecting today is 1516 Southeast Knight Street, Portland, Oregon, 97202. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior clean out. The equipment being used today is the ViewTech self-leveling HD color video inspection camera. This is one of the best cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it should be noted that some sewer pipes cleaned out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 4-inch ABS plastic drain piping. We are running some water from the kitchen sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. So just a couple of feet away from the cleanout, we're going to transition into 3034 piping. That is a nice smooth transition. All of the junctions in the pipe, at least that we've seen so far, appear to be glued and watertight. And after about 15 feet, we are overall impressed with the pitch in the pipe. We have a pretty strong downhill flow throughout the length of everything. So it's very reassuring that it looks like a large portion of the pipe, at least that we've seen so far, appears to be nicely improved or updated into a modern plastic piping material. Could have been like a cast iron pipe or terracotta clay tile or a combination of both, whatever. So very reassuring that it's a large portion of it's been updated. Here we go, right into the terracotta, like I said. So at about 35 feet, as we drop into the roadway, it looks like we're going to transition into terracotta clay tile. This is an older piping material, obviously. Appears to be in working condition at this point. Turn and drop into the city lateral there. Camera head's having trouble making this turn as it goes into the city piping there. So that would be the end officially of buyer-owner responsibility at around 48 feet away from the house. We started in ABS, we transitioned to 3034, and we dropped into the city lateral at around 48 feet. So we transitioned from ABS to 3034 to terracotta clay to the city sewer at 48 feet. And again, because of the overall age of some of this clay tile, it would be recommended as precaution to perform a sewer scope every 2 to 3 years to monitor. And again, at some point, this will most likely in the future, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that it's years and years down the road, but at some point this section of piping may also need to be updated into a modern plastic piping material, such as the ABS or the 3034 that we saw. So you can see we transition from the 3034 into the terracotta right here. Seems to be in pretty good working condition. Don't see any roots down here, and then we're going to turn and we're going to drop into the city. You can see the big city cavern down there, but there's just, as it turns, there's just this little bit of a lip. It's not causing any problems. Water is making its way up over the top. There's no heavy debris buildup or anything like that, but it actually is catching the camera head a bit. So sewer pipe passes inspection. Looks pretty good today. But we would recommend as precaution to monitor. So we would recommend performing a sewer scope every 2 to 3 years to keep an eye on the terracotta clay tile, and just going into it knowing that at some point that may need to be updated into a modern plastic piping material. I'm going to turn off the microphone and we're going to attempt to jump this little lip a couple of times and then we're going to call it. But it looks like around 48 feet to the city lateral pipe. And again, our sewer pipe today looks good and passes inspection. And there officially is our city lateral pipe. That would be the end officially of buyer-owner responsibility. So again, ABS to 3034 to terracotta clay tile to the city lateral at 48 feet. And again, our sewer pipe today looks very good and passes inspection. Even the terracotta clay tile, which is an older piping material, appeared to be in decent working condition. But just going into this knowing that, that may need to be updated into a modern plastic piping material in the future.